Yes, people. Welcome to another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I'm joined by one of my fellow co-hosts in Ryan, and I'm joined by two special guests, two regulars on the channel as well. Winter Surfer is obviously a regular when it comes to NBA. He's also a member of the channel, so you catch him on the Q&As from time to time. And Ryan S. as well, who is another regular when it comes to the watch-alongs. He'll drop in whenever there's a madness going on, he always appears. You know what I'm saying? He's always, when there's chaos, he's always there in it. But yo, love to everybody who is supporting Sarcasm City TV in whatever capacity in it. Like, we really appreciate it. We just did our biggest live stream on the final. We touched, I think it's just under 18K. So it takes a while to process for you lot to see it, but it did touch 18K. We was trending as well. So I'm still gassed about that. You get what I'm saying in that? We was trending.
Look who's jumped into the comment.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna gassed about that. You know what I'm saying? So love to everyone who is supporting Sarcasm City TV. Secondly, if you're watching on the Twitch, please, if you're watching on the Twitch, make sure you follow and subscribe on there, Sarcasm City TV. Link is underneath in the description. Also, as well, whether you're watching this live or watching this back, YouTube, make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share it across all the socials. Click that share button, share it across all the socials. If you're too lazy or you just can't be bothered, go to my Twitter, and that's me, Flawless, and you can retweet it from there. Or go to my Instagram and you can retweet it. You go to my Instagram, you can share it from there. Also, people in it. So love to everyone who's supporting. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell when you do. I will get to the comments, people. But this is the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where you get to ask us any questions you want. And of course, they're all going to be on the Euros final. But it's any question, past or present. You get me? Any sport, sorry, past or present. You can ask us any question you want. And I got welcome to the show. I know someone who's becoming a regular on the channel as well. Her football knowledge is second to none. I want to get her thoughts on it as well, which obviously she'll give us. Eleanor is in the building. How you doing, Eleanor? You good? Is she froze? We can see you. Hello?
She froze.
She froze. Yeah, she froze in that.
That Spurs fan.
Yeah, the Spurs fan. You good there, Ryan?
I recognize that.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. All right, you recognize the rhythm. All right, fam. I've never seen this guy smile so much, you know. This guy puts a big smile at that. My G, what are you saying, fam?
Showing off 32 teeth, bro.
You showed hella
I remember that, bro. I just remember that stream, her and Slav just going back and forth. Us just in the comments.
Oh my god. See? Yeah, but I was dejected 2 minutes and 45 seconds ago, because the man then missed the penalties. And now look, I'm laughing up already, innit?
See, if you were a cartoon, Ryan, if you were a cartoon dog just now, your jaw would have dropped like that, with your tongue rolled out. Yeah. Get up.
So, yeah. What's been happening in tennis, man? Anything crazy?
That's lovely. That's a lovely spin. That's why he's here. You get me? I just threw the ball in it. That's what you do over here. Yeah, when it's on you, you just throw the ball.
Like,
but yeah, this is
save. That was beautiful.
Facts. This is the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, so you can ask us any question, past or present. Also, if you're a member as well, your comments will take priority like a super chat. So if I'm going through the same names, I'm not ignoring you. That's for members only. So Winter Surfer is a member. There's other people who are members as well. The link for the membership is underneath in the description. But let's get the numbers up as well. Shout out to Nippin, who says, congratulations, Italy. Deserved. D'Angelo says, big up the show, buzzing for Italy. The disrespect I've seen from the English these past few days and having this result is so sweet. Football rebalances itself again. Achieve Mindset is saying, I love this game. It's not coming home, not today, not ever. Flawless, my guy, how are you? I'm blessed still. I feel for the man. So for Saka, I feel for Rashford, I feel for Sancho. So I feel for the man. But it wasn't a surprise because I've said from the jump that the reason why I don't think England could win this tournament is because of Southgate. He's the deficiency. I think the team is good enough to win the tournament. It's him. And you see, it's like watching Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's the same thing. As a United fan, I literally seen this in the Europa League final. I literally seen this in Manchester United, the last competitive game. I seen this. Big up, fam. Round 2, let's go, says Fazer Heath. Shout out to Lauren. She says, Azuri told you flawless. Yeah, you called it, still in it. Props to Italy. They got a favorable draw and they dealt with it in it. I didn't think they could do it. Props to Italy. Lion says, I fear for the brothers. Hey, everybody stay safe. Smash the like button.
Yeah.
Stacker still has time to switch to Nigeria. We got his back in Nigeria. He'll win the trophy. I can hear that. Achieve Mindset says, hit the like button. And nearly 9K on Copa America. Yeah, man, we did big numbers on these streams. So large up to everyone who's supporting. Flawless, man's feeling happy it's coming Rome. I wouldn't say all that, but I suppose the non-England fans are not in it. I just feel for the man, them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that is. Shitgate is to blame, and come on, Italy. We're gonna get into all that. You lot get your questions in for us. Get your questions in. Big up Frey K on the Twitch. Who says big up the panel, large up. Eleanor McQueen, yeah, check your vibe. Proud of this team, says Daniel. Big up Drizzy. There's congratulations, Italy. Yeah, I did laugh at you in Prime. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I did laugh at you because I didn't think Italy could do it. I didn't think they get that favorable of a draw. But it is what it is. We move. You also told me Arteta's the savior, but here we are. Saka, Rashford, and Sancho had the guts to take a penalty. Shame on the experienced players who didn't take one. I did see Southgate talking about it afterwards, and he said he picked. So he put it on himself. You know what I'm saying? And he put it on himself. Southgate wasn't afraid of Italy. He's just afraid anyway. That's just Southgate for you. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. But you know what? We'll start with you, Winter Surfer. Thoughts on the final?
Okay, let me preface this, right? I'm English, yeah? But I gave up caring or supporting England in 2016. Roy Hodgson killed my spirit for England, okay? He killed it, yeah? But I'm not one of these ones who jump on England and say they're shit, right? Stuff like that. That'd be hypocritical, yeah? So if they won today, I would have given them their flowers, and no one's allowed to jump on England fans' parade if they won, yeah? So, England did very well. They could only play what's in front of them. They got to the final. But I think you have to question Southgate in the final. All right, people say, we got to the final, maybe you shouldn't praise him. But remember the new Champions League final, Pep was questioned.
Yes.
He got City to their first ever final, right? I think you're right. Southgate wasn't afraid of Italy. I think Southgate reverted to a safe type of how he plays in his formation that he picked, and his tactics through the rest. I think tactics probably from the second half of the first half onwards were just to try and get them through. His substitutions made no sense. Brought Henderson on and off again, but Grealish on far too late. I saw Rashford warming up or putting his top on at halftime, extra time, and I was expecting him to come on the second half. But him and Sancho come on 2 minutes before the end, so he's looking for penalties, right?
Yep.
I think I always said at the start, I said, like you, Flores, the only way England don't win this game, if they don't win the tournament, is because of Gareth Southgate. I think Gareth Southgate showed his inexperience and his cowardice today. Okay. Because he's got the attack. The Italian team played well, but for us, that is not a great Italian team. Yeah. No. They're look at how Spain played against them. Yeah. Spain showed you and I think we've got better finishers than Spain. Spain showed you that if you can get Italy, you can beat them, yeah? And I think he should have brought on Grealish, Rashford, Sancho, and just gone for it. It's a final. Just go for it, yeah?
Yes.
And he didn't go for it. And he said he picked the penalties. I swear he was picking... he didn't know who his penalty takers were, because I think he was picking them while he was doing, before the penalty started taking place.
Oh, you reckon he was picking him then? Okay,
I reckon he's picking him then, because if you look, there's a scene where he's going around, he's got bits of paper, and I think he's like asking him, do you want to take it? Do you want to take, or like, he knows like a few of them. Do you want to take it? Do you want to take it? I've never seen Saka take a penalty for Arsenal.
That's his first professional penalty as far as I know.
Arsenal.
As far as I know, that's his first professional penalty.
But I said to you, that's fine. I said to you before we came in, look at that squad. I don't know I don't know if there's many regular penalty takers in that squad to begin with. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But then again, why weren't they practicing penalties as well? It's against Italy.
He said they have been practicing penalties. That's what he said.
Well then, wow.
That's what he said.
I just think. I think the players were let down by their manager today. I think the players, the players are acting on their manager's instructions. They did what they needed to do, but I just think Southgate needed to show more bottle, and he didn't. He chose to revert back to type, and that's what's cost England the game today.
Yeah, it is. Let me get to the super chat. We'll get to you, Ryan S, as well. Give it to Mikey with the super chat. He says Ollie is a waistcoat. It's been said and it's been proved. Large for the super chat. I presume Give it to Mikey. Let me know if you're talking about Southgate being very similar to Oli and the similarities. And if you talk to Manchester United fans who don't like Oli, like myself, we can see the similarities between the two. We've just watched 2 finals. We watched the Europa League final, we watched the Euro final, and the similarities are crazy. Not so much in terms of the subs and the lack of going for it. England should go for that. Why are Rashford and Sancho being brought on for penalties? Why are they not being brought on to win the game? Yeah. Why is Grealish not being brought on sooner? Mount was not good. I know he's a Chelsea fan. Mount wasn't good for 100 minutes. Why it takes you 100 minutes to take him off? Yeah. But yeah, give it to Mikey. Large up for the super chat, much appreciated. Like I said, if you remember you drop a super chat, your comment will take priorities. I'm not ignoring. We'll go to Ryan S in it because we need to cheer up the young king, man. Hear me? Chin up, young king, man. You just won the Champions League. Go on.
Right. We've been there with England, mate. We've been there with England. We know what you're feeling. We know what you're suffering from.
Yeah, trust. Talk to us, man. Talk to us. Yo, you're on mute, fam. We can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
There we go.
I thought Italy would win, but I think when I watched the game, I think the start of the game, I thought we were better at the start of the game. We got that early goal, and then it just looked like we were looking for penalties. Like we could have taken it to them. Like one thing I don't like is we keep bringing Grealish on late and expecting it to save the day. Like it's annoying. Like I keep saying, if we're gonna bring on Grealish, we might as well bring a Bellingham, a Sancho, a Foden, someone to help him out. Except what you keep Mount on for what flipping 120, 110 minutes, 90 minutes. What, just because he gives you good energy? Bro, I've seen good energy in the nightclub, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we're playing defensive attacking.
Hey, you're not of age. Allegedly, you've seen energy like that in a nightclub. Allegedly, young king. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, people. That's what he said. Allegedly. Go on, carry on.
Yeah. Anyways, but listen, the penalties as well. I don't know, like you said, I've never seen Saka take a pen. I put him on the 5th pen, the deciding one. Like, you don't win. The last time we won something was 50 years ago. And the one time to win anything, you put a 19-year-old in a pressure situation, bro. I don't even care, bro. Put Stones on it. Put Phillips. Put Greedy. Put someone. But you put a 19-year-old on a penalty, like, it's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah, that. Ryan, I know your thoughts on it, but give me, and I will get to let me get to the comments beforehand in it. Like I said in it, I'm not ignoring you. Yeah, we got to that Southgate being afraid of Italy. Big up everyone who's saying large up as well. It's a myth. Grealish is a luxury player. You see him playing left back when Villa have 10 men behind the ball in the Premier League, and what he gives you going forward, he's one of the best players in Europe. Again, when you play defensive, pragmatic football, your only response to that is winning. If you play defensive, pragmatic football and you have the ballers to do it, and you have the ballers where you shouldn't be playing that way. If England had no ballers and they played that way, and they didn't have talent going forward, we'd all be here and be like, you know what, we understand, because you don't have X factors. Not only do you have players to play in the first 11, you have a bench as well. But what other nation? Like, sorry, my connection went. What other nation is bringing players the caliber of Grealish, Sancho, and Rashford off the bench? There isn't one. Who else in this tournament is bringing 3 players and attacking options off the bench of that quality? There isn't one. Nope. And you're not utilizing them to the fullest. So when you play defensive, pragmatic football, you have to win. All Southgate's defense has been, and I've defended him while he's getting results. And if they would have won today, he'd be like, he got the results, he deserves the credit. Yeah. But because they lost, you have to criticize. And yeah, you should play Grealish 100%. I was disappointed in Grealish not stepping up to take a penalty, but I should have known Southgate was behind it. Typical, it makes sense now. That's what he said. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Harris, I sent you the link also. The penalty from Harry Maguire, says Daniel here. Yeah, that was banging. Stuck it top bins. Yeah, that was brilliant. I'm not going to forgive Southgate for this. I don't think most people are. Because if England have a good manager, I think they win this tournament.
Yeah, or just a brave manager.
Yeah.
Just a brave manager. Yeah. Don't have to be that good. Just brave. Yeah. Just brave.
Yeah. Well, 100%. Like, I see that. You know what I'm saying? Chiellini said England's second team could have made the final. And you know what? You could have argued that. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Look at us. Hashtag words. You know what? In Wayne's defense, I'm not even sending him the link. I'm letting Tox, man, you out of order, man. I'm letting him lick his wounds, man. I know he's devastated. I know Wayne is devastated. That's why I'm letting him make his wins.
Topless. He's out in the streets topless.
Yeah, man said hashtag well. Wayne Tucker also sent you the link as well. Congrats to England for making the final with Southgate as manager. Bringing on Cole players to take pens is atrocious.
Yeah.
Josh Ladger for the super chat, and that's it right there. That is it right there. You know what I'm saying? Bring them on, and even in halftime and extra time to maybe win the game. Go for it. You said it there when they said for break.
I thought Rashford put on his shirt. At half time, I saw him putting on his shirt. And then it was like, I forgot about it. And then I see it, they're bringing him on. It's like, 2 minutes. You're defo playing for penalties. Yeah? That's what I mean. I think that might have summed up Southgate to a T. That decision right there.
Is Ryan, your thoughts on it? Give us your thoughts on the final. What are you telling us?
I think what Winter Surfer says was right in terms of, Pep Guardiola is a much better manager than Gareth Southgate. Has done so much more in his career. But he got it wrong in the final and everyone's calling him fraudiola and stuff. So we need the same energy for Southgate. Probably more energy for Southgate because he's not done anywhere near what Pep Guardiola has done in his career. And today was down to Southgate, innit? Like, England looked so comfortable in the first half, and then they just let Italy. Italy had 71% possession in second half at one point. 71%,
Yeah, I forgot
it's
about
not
that.
as if
Yes,
there's some.
I do remember that.
You remember? And it's not as if Italy are some. They're a good team, but they're not like. They ain't really got ballers up front in it. They're nothing special. They were there for the taking, innit? They were there for the taking. And I think Tox was right in terms of England probably scored too early as well. And sometimes scoring too early can force you to start playing deep in a final and stuff when they didn't need to, innit? Like, just play the way you did in the first half, but obviously Southgate changes it. And his in-game management was appalling as well, innit? Like, Mason Mount, we kept on saying it in the watch on me, you and Tox, like, he was appalling, innit? And he's not been great in the whole tournament either, no matter what, like, Johnny says or anything, like, he's not been good in the whole tournament, innit? Like, he's been one of our worst players, in my opinion. And he was definitely the worst. Him and Jordan Henderson, when he came on, honestly, like, I'm sick of our Liverpool fan base as well, bigging up and overrated Jordan Henderson so much. He's average, innit? Let's be honest. Like, he's an average footballer, innit? Like, we hype him up too much, innit? And I've said for time I'm not a big fan of Jordan Henderson, innit? He's not that good, innit? So, Liverpool fans, stop hyping this guy up so much because you're making us look like idiots, innit? So, like, and then penalties, I mean, why are you letting a 19-year-old take the most pressurised penalty in the country's history, essentially? The World Cup final in 66 didn't go penalties, This was the most pressurised penalty, essentially, in the country's history.
Facts.
When you think about it.
Facts.
And they let 19-year-olds take it.
Yeah, you let 9. Hey, how we got over 60 people watching and not even 30 likes? Get the likes up, man. Hit the like button and that. You know what I'm saying? And subscribe if you're new and that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, sorry, I just seen that and it took my eye in it. I was like, what? How are we under 30 likes? Sorry, Ryan. But you made a great point. The most pressurized penalty in the country's history. You could argue. And you give it to someone who's never taken a professional penalty.
It's not an argument. Cool. Yeah, it is the most pressurized penalty. They've only been in 2 finals, and the first final didn't even go penalties.
I'd pick it up even more, Ryan. I think it's the most important sporting moment in British sports history. Right there.
Yeah, it is. It probably is.
That is it. It's the biggest thing in sports because it's the biggest sport in this country by far.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? It's the biggest thing. And first of all, even if Saka stepped up and said, yeah, I want to take it, you go, you know what? I appreciate it, yeah? I appreciate it. You don't take penalties for your club, yeah? Who else is going to step up? Let me see the leaders in this team step up. Let me see someone step up and take it, yeah?
No.
Who's going to step up and take it? Is Calvin Phillips going to step up and take it? Is Luke Shaw going to step up and take it? Because I think Luke Shaw just banged it in. Although saying that, his penalty.
Yo, this KD guy in the comments, man, don't call him overhyped, innit?
Yeah. That's one thing we're there. Let's get to that. I didn't want to get to that. Let's not get to that because man missed the penalty.
Player,
and this is me, who's known for slandering Arsenal. Saka is a very good player, but it doesn't matter if he's an exceptional player or he's a player of my talent. We've seen world-class players miss penalties. We've seen Mbappe miss the penalty this tournament for his club. So that's what we're not going to do. We're not going to over-exaggerate him missing the penalty and that. That's what would all of a sudden he's overhyped.
He's not a pace merchant.
You know what I'm saying? He's not a pace merchant. He's a quality footballer because he's carried Arsenal. He is without him.
Yeah. He's carried Arsenal. He's carried Arsenal.
I hate this overreaction. This is not what we're gonna do in that.
At least
This is.
if you want to give.
Go on, Ryanus. Go on.
At least if we want to give Saka the penalty, say you're the captain. Say you're Kane or Henderson. Saka's like, I want to take a penalty. Be like, okay, you can take one. You put him on second. You put him on third. Yeah, we don't put him on the last pen. Right, that's the pressure pen. Like, there's been good penalty takers, good young penalty takers, probably bang them in training. And then when it
just
comes
a
to
question,
the situation,
because you man are Chelsea fans. Who took the 5th penalty for Italy?
Jorginho, and he missed.
Okay, and he missed. He was one of the best penalty takers in Europe.
But he scored in the last one.
One of the best penalty takers in Europe missed. Experience, Champions League winner. You know what I'm saying? Like, full international, however many caps he's got. You know what I'm saying? Played in Italy for a long time.
To Southgate. Italy planned their penalty takers. Italy planned their penalty takers. There's no way. I refuse to believe before this game Southgate had Saka down as the 5th penalty taker. I refuse. Even if he comes out and say it, I'm going to call him right now. I don't care. He's a liar. He's a liar. He decided that after the final whistle and extra time went in that little group they were in. That's when he decided. But you're right, Ryan. Saka should have. If he was up for it, fine. Take the second or third.
Take the first or second, innit? Take
and
the
let
one
me just get to this comment from Scott. Yes, take one of the ones that Maguire took. Let me just get to this.
He's an experienced player. Let him take the 5th one.
Yeah. I understand it because you have to balance it because you want a strong start. So you want number 1 to be strong, but then you want number 5 to be strong. It shouldn't be a 19-year-old. Yes, it shouldn't be a 19-year-old that's never taken a penalty. The first penalty he's taken, the first ever penalty in his career he's taken, and you give it to him on the Euro 2020 final stage. In a final. At Wembley.
Bro, how do you think Dominic Calvert-Lewin feels, bro? Yeah, he strikes the ball every day in training, and he's seeing a 19-year-old Saka who's never taken a pen, and why? Like, at least if we had Calvert-Lewin isn't the best penalty taker, but you gotta let people who strike the ball well on the pitch the penalties, and we couldn't even bring him on off the bench. Like, you know what I mean? It's England. It's England at the end of the day.
Southgate. It's not even an England ticket, but we're going to get to that. I just wanted to get to this from Scott. He says, you can tell Southgate doesn't watch football. There's a reason Rashford got taken off penalties for United. Saka has never taken a penalty, and Sancho isn't a regular taker at Dortmund. With the Sancho at Dortmund, I'm not sure, but the Rashford one, I don't mind him taking it, but let him get into the game. This goes into trying to win the game in normal time and extra time, then puts him with a better. You're bringing him cold off the bench. Yeah. And like, all right, go and take a penalty. And yes, Rashford should have done better with his penalty. Yes, Sancho should have done better with his penalty. Yes, Saka should have. But I could say the same for Jorginho. I could say the same for Belotti. I could say the same for Mbappe. Look at that Spain-Switzerland. Was it Spain-Switzerland shootout? One of the worst shootouts we've ever seen.
Terrible.
So these things happen. So we're not going to call these men overhype and talent. Saka's a baller. Don't care what anybody says.
He's a baller.
Saka's a baller.
He's the only thing that I respect about Arsenal as a club at the moment.
I'm a grown man. I wouldn't take that penalty. I don't take penalties outside the league. There's a shootout for my kid. Nah, I'm not taking it.
I can't wait till Chelsea sign Saka in 4 years' time. That's what I can't wait. I can't wait. He's going to ball out for us. Watch. Yeah, but
exactly, man. People just want to, again, excuse. And yes, we can run agenda and we can run banter, but this is bigger than Saka. This is bigger than Sancho. This is bigger than Rashford because we know the racial abuse that's going to come along with it. That's why I'm here backing Saka. Me and Winter Surfer constantly troll Arsenal. But this is not one of them things to call on Saka.
If it was Arsenal, it'd be different. If it was
different, yes.
It'd be different.
But like, this is not what we're not going to all of a sudden he's overhyped. So if he scores, he's the best thing ever.
Yeah, bro, you know, I don't get how to you plan for a penalty shootout. How have you got Sancho and Saka as two of your last 3 penalty takers? Like, this is why you have a plan. That's why you have a plan. You have
Mbappe did miss
3 very good penalty takers that are meant to be reliable. You have to put at least one at the start. Why is Harry Kane taking the first penalties? Like, I seriously don't understand. You're the captain, yeah? Everyone calls Ronaldo arrogant for always taking the last penalty. Yeah, at least he doesn't take the first and he hides. He takes the last one, the pressure situation, and instead Kane's always taking the first. Like, why? Take the last one where the pressure's on you. You take penalties for Spurs all the time. You take penalties for England all the time. You strike the ball all the time. Instead, we're letting this 19-year-old who's never taken a penalty. It doesn't make sense.
3 of the 5 Italian penalty takers are designated penalty takers for their clubs, and that speaks volumes as well. But yet we still seeing, and that's not a shot, George. We still seeing Jorginho miss, who's one of the best penalty takers in Europe currently right now.
Yeah.
And for people talking about Sterling bottled it, no, he didn't bottle it. So we're not going to stick this on Sterling or stick this on Grealish when the manager comes out and goes, "I decided." That's on the manager. That's on Southgate. You know what I'm saying in that? Because that's not how you should run penalty shootouts. Yes, you ask the whole team, right, who fancies it. And if you get 7, you pick the 5 out of the best 7, and then you put them in order. I don't mind Kane taking the first one. My issue is Saka taking the last one. Why is Saka taking it? If anything, if Rashford would have took the last one, I'd be like, yeah, that's more understandable.
Or you should be practicing penalty shootouts.
Well, which I
before, maybe. So then you know your 5 penalty takers.
Just drop this as well.
I mean, I'm not a coach, but I would have thought that would have happened.
You'd have your 5. Yes, 100%.
Bro,
absolute nonsense.
The other thing is as well, like we can speak about penalties all days, but like we could have. Why don't we proper try to win it in actual full time? Because that's when it's not about that. That's when you create chances enough. 99% of the time. Like, why do we keep bringing Grealish on in the 80th minute when everyone's tired? Like, why? And then you bring on. You even bring on Grealish on in the 80th minute, and he brings him by himself as well. Like, he's not Messi. Like, he's not prime Ronaldo. He's a good player. He's a good dribbler. But you can't expect him to save the day for England all the time.
And to everyone who's dropping racial abuse at Saka and or Rashford and or Sancho, go play in traffic, please. You know what I'm saying?
Human,
and I mean that. And I mean that in the most disrespectful way possible. In it, anyone who's racially abusing any other man on any platform, please go and play in traffic. You know what I'm saying? Go play on the M1 or the biggest motorway next to you, and go play there, please. And go play in traffic on the motorway or dual carriageway. Yeah, I'm saying in that, or the busy main road near your house. In it, go play in traffic. I have no time for that. You know what I'm saying? Ryan, go bed, fam. Ryan, go bed, fam. Yeah, man, step off, man. You look mashed up, fam.
Man. Yeah, I need it to be fair.
Man. Yeah, I know you do, man. Go rest, fam. I'll catch up with you soon, yeah? Love, man. Get well soon, yeah? If you need,
I'll catch up with you
get well soon, yeah? All right, love, fam.
Cheers, man.
Every time.
See you, bro. Big up, guys.
Anytime.
See you, mate.
Anytime, man.
Ryan, bro.
Yeah, Ryan's quiet people because he is genuinely like ill in it. So he'll be back about. Don't worry about it. But yes, we have to support. And even Mbappe in it, we've seen him miss a penalty, and I said that about him. The criticism he received is over the top, but it's nothing to what these 3 are gonna get. Players miss penalties. I've seen Messi miss penalties. I've seen Ronaldo miss penalties. I've seen all the greats who have taken penalties miss penalties. No one's missing a penalty on purpose. These things happen. Rashford is still talented. Sancho's still talented. Saka's still talented. The problem is, Ryan S touched on it with Southgate. Win the game in normal time.
Yeah, bro, like, honestly, like, at least if you're going to say, you know what, it's clear Southgate doesn't want to start with Grealish. He doesn't want to start with Sancho. He doesn't want to start with Foden. He wants to start with more defensive players. Yeah? At least if you're going to do that, stick to your word. Bring Grealish on 60th minute. In extra time, you got Sancho on the bench. You got Bellingham on the bench. You got, what's his name? Flipping Rashford on the bench. Like, and you can't even bring him on. It's like, at least, if we put them fresh legs on with Grealish and actually try to go for the game, we know Italians, like, we saw them against Spain. They weren't the fittest. They were praying for penalties. But instead, we played up to their game. Another thing with Jude Bellingham, yeah, good, energetic midfielder. But it's the same thing. It's like you put yourself into a situation where you just can't play these players because they're too young. Why couldn't you start Jude Bellingham from the first game, from the second game in the group stage?
Why bring Henderson on? Why bring Henderson on and take him off, but not bring Bellingham on then? If you want,
because they're gonna say he's too young, and then they won't even give him a chance.
Why take him?
England.
And yes. And I don't know. I know there's a couple of clips as well flowing around on social media, people, but I am unsure as if that was before the game or it's after. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But welcome another Chelsea fan to the show. You know what I'm saying? I might as well call this Chelsea Fan TV 2.0. But a member of the channel. Also, my like Scott is in the building. Yes, Scott, what are you telling me? You good? Long time, man. Last time I see you, you'd even have hair and that. You know what I'm saying? This guy is.
Oh, bro.
You good?
I'm so down. My voice is a bit fucked.
Is it? And I believe she is here now. She sorted out issues. Eleanor is in the building, I believe. Yes, Eleanor, what's going on?
I'm just like Scott. My voice is gone.
Are you good? Jeez, are you all right?
I'm not good. I'm not good. I'm drunk. I'm upset, and my voice is gone. It's not good. It's not good.
Jeez, you know what I'm saying? It's calm, but yeah. Scott,
and
we'll go to go on.
It's dropping, and the connection is dropping. So a lot's going on.
It's yeah, it's just a bad day in it all around for you and that. It's just a bad day, but you're here.
Sick days tomorrow.
Still repping.
Yeah, man, it is. But Scott, yeah, we'll go to you. We'll get your thoughts on it. People continue to get your questions in as well. Continue, but yeah, Scott, your thoughts on the final overall.
First half was really good. From us, like from the second minute getting a goal, just we looked like we were up for it. We looked like we'd taken on what had happened, 3 years ago, and we'd learned. And then the second half, it just went out the window. Completely went out the window. It was like I said. So I was watching it at work with some friends, and I said to one of them, "It's like deja vu." I got a sense of deja vu. And then they got that goal. Like I don't know what the hell Maguire and Rice are doing defending there. Like Jesus Christ! And then, like, I'll be real, the penalty shootout, I'm annoyed, but I'm not too annoyed because it's a lottery at the end of the day. It's like it's one of those where you're gonna miss, you might score. Like Ryan said, I'm more pissed off about the actual not winning it in the game. The in-game management is just embarrassing. Yeah. Like how is it taken? You've got 6 subs you can make across the 120 minutes. You'd made 3 by the 120th minute.
There you go, innit? That's Southgate. So when people were asking me why don't I think that England can win it, it wasn't a player thing. Because I think the players are there. When you have as many attacking options as you do, you're gonna always score goals. The problem is the manager. And because of the club I support, that sounds like my club. If I blanked out, you get me, England and Southgate, it's the same thing. Because that's how my club operates. Because of the individual talent we have going forward, that's why we're Individual Brilliance FC. We're going to win games simply because of that. But when it comes to clutch moments and crunch moments, you need your managers to step up. Why is Saka at 19 taking a decisive penalty? Go on, Eleanor.
Flawless. Didn't I say before, Spurs and England are the exact same. Have good teams, never get over the line. I said that in the last stream, and it's actually fucking true. Like it's a long-term thing. It's literally a long-term thing. We're exactly the same. We have good teams, and we just never get over that line. It's got to be a manager thing because there is good individual brilliance there. I can't say that the likes of Sancho, Grealish, Kane, Sterling aren't good forwards. Why you sit back as soon as you get 1-0 and want to try hold on to that? Your strengths don't lie in defense, bro.
Facts.
Your strengths lie in attack. Like, I mean, it's like moaning about Tottenham all over again. But it's not just now. Well, exactly. But this isn't just now. I mean, going back years in these England teams with the players that we've had to our disposal, we just don't get over the line. It's the same. It just reminds me of Spurs. Like, they just do, and it's depressing because
it's very Spurs-esque. It is very and I get what you're saying.
I was going to say
yeah, Eleanor, you're breaking up.
I know.
Yeah, she breaking up. Eleanor, you're breaking up. Yeah, go on, Scott.
I was just going to say this must feel like you've seen this before, Flawless, with the Europa League final, because oh
jeez.
It's the exact same. It's literally you've got the chance to make these many subs and you're not making these subs, and you bring the subs on for penalties just to lose the penalty shootout. It's the Europa League final again, isn't it?
Yes. It literally was. We were doing the watch along and talks. My bro, who's also a United fan, and we're like, this is Southgate. Like, he's Ollie. I see the similarities are like uncanny. Like, someone called him Ollie Gunnar Southgate, and someone's called him again, and I laughed at it, but it is true. Again, when you look at Italy's bench and England's bench, you have options on you brought Grealish, Rashford, and Sancho off the bench. And that's excluding Foden. You brought Saka off the bench also. You know what I'm saying? You got Dominic Calvert-Lewin. You left Greenwood at home. There's no Danny Ings. Like, how many more options in your armor do you need to utilize what you have and just attack? If you attack, you probably win the game.
Look at the 2 different managers. Like, it's not going Italy's way. What does Mancini do? 3 subs all at once.
I was on camera.
all at once, 3 subs.
No stress.
Oh, they kept subbing every time the ball went out. I thought
That was like, it was like, cool, it's not going our way, we need to change. Sub here, sub there. You want a sub? It's sub for everyone. Gareth Southgate, it's not going our way. Yeah.
I hear that. I hear what you're saying. And Ronaldinho, someone says in the comments about being timed out because we've already established it's not Sterling's fault. Southgate came out and said, yo, I picked, well, he didn't say yo, but he said, I picked the 5. That's on the manager. Any issues you have with the 5, you direct towards the manager. You know what I'm saying? If it was the players and the players refused and then let Saka, I'd be on the players' case. Why are senior players letting that happen? Why is the captain letting that happen? Why is Jordan Henderson and all these leaders letting that type of thing happen? That's what I would say to that. But Southgate came out and said, this is on me. So that 5 is on him. Same way if it would have worked and Saka would have scored and Rashford would have scored and they win the penalty shootout, then you go, you know what? Plaudits.
We had 4 shots on target throughout that game.
4?
And none of them were attacking players.
One was
Shaw, 2 from Shaw, 1 from Maguire, and 1 from someone else.
Phillips, I think.
Phillips, yeah.
Jesus.
No attacking play.
Well, how can you see in that second half, especially in extra time, Kane was just dead on his feet.
Yeah,
and it's like you need to keep him on for penalties. Fair enough, keep him on for penalties. Bring Calvert-Lewin on to support him, for fuck's sake.
Yes. And then I was saying that you're playing this long ball with Pickford. Why not put Dominic Calvert-Lewin on, who's got a great leap and can just go and offer something different? You know what I'm saying? And that offer something different. But I feel for the man, I do. It's all my people.
Went to cheerlead. That's all he went there for.
No, I hear that. Hey, you lot, continue to get your questions in as well. MB here says, flawless. Despite Shaw scoring early, never thought Italy were ever in any real trouble. I can't lie. I never seen Italy winning the game apart from penalties. Italy didn't offer. How many saves did Pickford make? He made the one from Chiesa in the second half. Yeah. And that was it. Italy didn't offer anything much.
They had that miss. They missed that header right at the end, the extra time. You know, the corner. I know it didn't go in, but the guy should have really connected it. But apart from that, man, I mean, they were there. A braver manager knows they were there. A braver manager would have watched that Spain game and gone, I've got the players and better attacking players to get at this Italy team. Even if I don't start with them, I'm going to bring them on and then have a go at them. But, he's not brave. He's not brave enough. He's not brave enough.
He's reactive, not proactive.
Exactly.
He's had this tournament all his own way. He's only had to go. He's only had to
Bro,
visit
it's 2
Rome.
Tournaments in a row. It's 2 tournaments in a row.
He's had the best. I mean, we've been crying out for runs like this. This is like Man City's runs in Champions Leagues. You know what I mean? FA Cup ties. You know what I mean? This is the run they get. We're crying out for.
When the man are in the Carabao Cup and draw shot out the net.
Don't give me all this fans when they go, oh, I'd rather play all the best teams. No, you want to play the weaker teams to get to the final. That's what you want to do.
Exactly.
He's basically, England have been the home nation in this tournament. They have been the home nation in this tournament.
Yep.
I mean, you get.
You ain't gonna get an easier chance. You ain't gonna get
another 50. You're not getting another one for another 50 years.
No.
You can't bank on everybody being this bad in terms of not being where they're at, and then also your draw as well, and having all the games having 6 out of your 7 games at home or whatever it was. Go on, Scott. I better cut you off.
I would say, I see people saying, "Oh, for the World Cup, I see us going far." Based on what? You got Germany coming back with Hansi Flick. Italy are going to build on this. Spain have got to do better next time, and they actually got to the semi-final. Brazil are going to come good because they're looking good in the Copa America. Argentina will probably still look good. France have got to get better. They're only going to get better from where they're at. What makes you think we're going far in the World Cup?
Yeah, well, I hear what you're saying with that. And what I would say also on top of that is I think England could do. They just need a manager. England had a Mancini as man. I don't think Mancini's the best, but just even a brave manager who just wanted to play attacking football. I think they win this tournament. I legit believe they win the tournament. Go on,
what we needed was Italy to have an off day, which they did. They weren't on top form, and us to be very good. And all we needed was to be a bit braver. We showed that in the first when we scored. Why are we sitting back? When has that worked? Show me when that tactic has worked, because it doesn't.
England, for England it don't work. Other teams can do it, but we can't do it.
No, but I mean, for us, that's what I'm saying. That for us, that where is that work that you are now deciding to do that in a Euros final? Also, why are you putting Saka on our most decisive penalty in the last 50 years? I just don't. Like, just make that make sense, because it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what is a child doing that? Like, it's not Saka's fault. Southgate deserves all of that criticism because it's on him. Not Saka's fault, not Rashford's fault, not Sancho's fault. Yes, they should have taken better penalties. But what I'm saying is, why are you putting Saka in that 5th penalty position? I don't understand it. 100%. It is shocking management. And like we said, just a bit more of a braver approach. Italy were not that good today. Italy, like you say, didn't cause us many problems. No. They weren't very good today. We could have easily have taken that. All we had to do was take the game to them. Scared football is not the football I want to see. And that is literally what it was.
Yeah, because you're playing against me, Insigne, but like, so you're not. But yeah, and if you got timed out, I don't know who timed you out, my guy Ronaldinho, but hopefully you don't. Nobody be timing anybody out, people, for no reason. But MB here says this is a question for the whole panel. Player of the tournament. We'll go to you. We'll go to you first, Scott. Player of the tournament for you.
People might question this, but I'm going based on a little bit comes from the perception of where he was at the start of the tournament to now. I'm going Jordan Pickford.
Okay,
that's interesting.
Honestly, like, considering
very
when
interesting.
It started, like I was one of these people. I thought he can't be starting. He can't be our number one. Although the season he'd had with Everton was shocking. Like, as a goalkeeper, he gave me no confidence. And for me, he's been our joint best player, easily. Like the saves he made with the penalties, some of the saves he was making in the tournament.
Yeah, he did well
in the Germany game, for example. Like, that Germany game's another story without Pickford.
True. I think the only one where he was a bit dodgy for a bit was the Denmark game, but Pickford is a great shout. Ryan F., same to you. Player of the tournament for you.
Ooh, it's a tough one. I really want to pick Pogba just because of his performances, but I don't know if he got far enough in the tournament. But
I get you only got to the round of 16.
Based on performances, though, he's been like unreal with like the passing and the dribbling and everything attacking. So yeah, either him or maybe Jorginho. So I'd go Jorginho or Pogba in it. So I'll probably go Pogba.
All right, cool. Win the surfer.
I think I'll give it to Jorginho, but I've got to say Raheem Sterling has been
definitely a shout,
because I think before this tournament he's not been very good for me for about 18 months. I don't think he's been at the top level for 18 months, and he carried us through that group stage. He absolutely carried us through that group stage. He was the only one scoring. He was exceptional against Germany. Ukraine, he was good, but Denmark, I know he didn't score anything, but his identity is all over that game. I don't think we go get into this final without Sterling.
No,
and just some of the abuse he gets, and I know he's probably going to get even more because people are going to say he didn't step up to take the penalty, stuff like that, and that's what those people's voices are like, by the way. So it's like Sterling, man, resurgence, resurrection, Phoenix redemption. Phoenix has risen. He's been, for me, he's been the best. Harry Kane scored more goals than him, understandable, but Sterling's just the one, that's dragged us through the group stage and the semi-final as well. He's just been exceptional this tournament. And I questioned his place in this team at the start because of his club form. That was all I questioned it because it wasn't good enough for me, that club form. But he's proved one decision Southgate has got majorly right is sticking by Sterling. So Sterling for me.
Okay, Eleanor.
I mean, I said Jorginho in the last stream, and I still stick by that. Okay, today wasn't obviously the pen was saved, but that was, I think, very good from Pickford. But there is a shout for Luke Shaw. I feel like very people would sleep on it. I think Luke Shaw has been very, very good this tournament. I think he's shown his quality, and I think he's a top player in the Prem as well, to be fair. So I'm going to stick by Jorginho and Luke Shaw. I feel like they're both slept-on players. They're not the standouts, and that's nothing to take from Sterling, because I think Sterling's been great and one of the reasons why England got through. But that's not taking nothing away from him. I just really think a lot of people sleep on Luke Shaw and just don't realise the amount of stuff he does. but also Jorginho as well. Like we said before, I love that position. I like watching that midfielder that that does that work. So yeah, I'm gonna go Jorginho and Luke Shaw if I can pick two.
Yeah, 100%. Nah, that's cool to pick two again, because they're normally in international tournaments. There's 2 or 3 players who stick out like well above, and I think Scott with the Jordan Pickford one, definitely a great shot, 100% a great shot. But it's more in spurts because he didn't really have much to do with like the group stages. But like I know Germany, Denmark, and today as well. Even in the penalty shootout today, he was good as well. So Pickford's a shot.
Very good.
Yeah, I know Ryan S mentioned Pogba again. If he goes longer, then he's definitely a shout as well.
Also Sterling and Jorginho as well.
Yes, Spinazzola if he don't get injured. Yeah, Sterling or Jorginho. If one of them would have had a great game today, that probably would have swayed it for me. Either side, because I think Jorginho's been in the Italian side that's been very good as a team. He's probably been the standout, and then Sterling is, take out his goals and his assists. England don't make it out the group stages. Never mind all the way to the final. So I'd probably go. You have to go Sterling, really, because we've seen how the other attacking players who are talented that play for England have suffered. We've seen what Harry Kane's looked like. No one else has really shone. So I'd probably go with Sterling, but everyone who's been mentioned is definitely a shout, 100%. Where else are we at? Big up the Twitch gang who's locked in, subscribe, and I like on Twitch, people. Make sure you do that. Continue to get your questions in. Devontae's here. Says the Oracle told you on yesterday's stream what would happen after what happened. I don't even. What did you even say? I can't remember. I'm not gonna lie for him. You know what I'm saying?
I think
what
did
you actually say?
He said the team at home lost. So you remember Brazil?
Oh yeah, we did say that.
So he said, "Oh, that's going to happen because England are at home. They're going to lose." So he said there was like precedent for that.
He did actually give him his props.
Well, because France lost against Portugal.
In
2016,
and then 2004, Portugal lost to Greece.
Portugal lost,
Argentina lost to Brazil. All that stuff.
He got one of them right.
Yeah, 100%. MBS is flawless. What have you made of the signings Poch has made at PSG, and do you expect him to challenge on our fronts next season? Eleanor, if you're there, I'll let you answer this question. Obviously, all you lot will get chance as well. If she's there, I don't know. There we go.
I'm here. He's building his super team, and I'm all for it. I think it's great. He's getting what he wants, and I'm very happy to see it. And I think give him a season or two, and we're taking over. It's the Paris, everyone. Let's go.
I'm with you on that, innit? That's who I'm vicariously living through Poch, so I'm with you on that one. Shamelessly, I can't lie. Winner Surfer, what are you telling me? What do you think about Poch's made at PSG?
I mean, he says they're challenge on all fronts. I'm sorry, but it's for one front. It's the Champions League. Okay? It's not 4 fronts. I mean, he should be winning the other.
Hey, you got League One. You got the Coupe de France. You know what I'm saying, and that. But you got the France de Coupe. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
I'm sorry for us. This is like a USA basketball.
You're taking me back to French lessons with that one.
Come on, man. Come on.
I said
this squad's been built. This is a Champions League run. This is Champions League run, and if he doesn't get to a final, I see them sacking him.
Yeah, of course he has to. Go on.
I just want to say, Tuchel was sacked from PSG and won the Champions League. There's obviously a PSG issue that he needs to rebuild. So allow him to get his players in. He is getting his players in. I still think every team needs time. Chelsea saw that. You know that more than anyone, Winter Surfer. Like Chelsea saw that you need time to gel on the right manager to make them gel. So give him a bit of time. Give him a bit of slack. But it's coming. Don't worry. We're here to take over. My Argentinian father is not going to let down.
Elena, I'm sorry. Flawless knows this. I will never give any Spurs slack.
That is true. He won't. He's not having it.
I'm sorry. I can't have that.
But it's not Spurs anymore. It's PSG.
You just said we.
We can be friends.
You just said we. He's not Spurs anymore. You just said we. So no, what I will say, no.
I love him. I love him.
I know you do. I know you do. It's okay. We get over our first loves. We all
Just because his is Mourinho, Mourinho's fucked him over. Don't try to put that on me. On me. Poche Mourinho.
I'm saying my first love delivered silverware. But the issue
with what Roman money? Yeah, we don't have that.
That's a cheap shot.
I I mean, Qatari money, so
you lot allowed a London thing. Yeah, money does talk.
No. What I think is, that maybe the cups come second. The league should be a given for PSG, always. Okay, in this league, they're the only team that spends the amount of money they spend, or can afford the wages of free transfers. They're the only team that can do that. Okay, so I think the league should be like one of those givens. Like it should always win the league. This team is being built for a Champions League run.
That's fine.
It's not, you know what it is. Fact. Okay,
100%.
maybe not win it. I think he has to get to a final, and then see from there, because finals everything goes out the window. Yeah, I think he has to get to the final. Okay, I'll come a little bit slack. He has to get to a final of PSG in the next 2 years. Yeah, in the next 2 years, he has to get to a final.
I agree. Yeah, no, 100%.
Maybe
I'll be honest. I think it's got to kind of be this season.
I think it'll be hard
because I look at this current coming season, and I look at Bayern are in a complete rebuild. We don't know how Upamecano or the other signings they've made so far are going to be. Chelsea so far haven't strengthened at all. City have just lost one of their best ever players, and at the minute haven't strengthened.
But they will. They all will.
You'd think so, but then you look at Juve are in a mess.
Yeah. The Italian teams are not for it. I get what Scott's going on. Scott, keep going. I get where you're going with this, and I agree.
So many teams are either in a rebuild, or those that had good seasons last year haven't built on it. They're the bit like if they sign Pogba and sign Mbappe to a new contract, that's the perfect summer for them.
Yeah,
like, they will have no weak areas in that team.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree. I agree with Scott, man.
And especially as well, like left back's the only area, and I think they've been linked to Teo Hernandez. So then they're like that should easily be getting to the final. Then it's only down to Poch at that point.
It's down to Poch then.
Yeah, I think like
can we just stop, because you're already putting the negative on it. Like there's no need. It's not happened yet. So Jill, it's fine. We're good. Poch FC, we stand strong, guys.
Nah,
we're here. I don't even think they're putting a negative on it. I think what they're saying, what they're saying is the fact of yes, he is. Now I've wanted to see Poch with this to see how good he is. Because if he's as good as I think he is, I think he will. I think he will deliver. And I already said this is before the summer they're having now. I would give him 3 or 4 years to win the Champions League. But because they've gone in the transfer window so strongly and actually delivering the talent that he needs, all he's missing, you could argue, is the left wing back that we spoke about, and maybe a striker with the back. Like he's been back, and I've wanted to see him fully get back to see how good he is. And I think he has. It's not all on this season, but a lot will be riding on the season. I don't think if he doesn't make the final, they get sacked. But I think this window is shortened. The window he has. You know what I'm saying? It's short, depending on how. Say for instance he goes out in the semi-final and Bayern Munich like are just unbelievable or whatever. You're like, fair enough type of thing. But I do believe there is added pressure now. Go on, Ryan S, if you're there. Talk to me. Is he there?
Yeah. What's it called?
Yeah. Go on, fam. Yeah, this question. Yeah, go on.
I just think I agree with Scott. I feel like everyone questions PSG's mentality. They just got Sergio Ramos along with Marquinhos. That's like the dream centre-back partnership. And Ramos is a real leader in it. He's one of the only centre-backs left that are proper leaders and proper old-school defenders. So with his winning mentality as well, he's won Champions League. I think they're trying to address the mentality. Their midfield as well, which has been pinpointed as weak. I think if they get Pogba and Wijnaldum, I think that should try to solve the problem, as well as they're looking to get Camavinga and everyone as well, and looking to get a new DM. And then if they get Mbappe onto a new contract as well, if they have him for 1 more year. And PSG's attack is already with Neymar, Mbappe, Hakimi as well. Like everyone questions their fullbacks. Hakimi, like he's very good as well. So I agree with Scott. I just feel like everyone questions PSG's mentality, them not backing managers, them not having good enough fullbacks, and prioritizing too much of like the glamorous positions. Now they're trying to address them problems, and Pochettino's got fully backed. I expect him to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think he will. Like I said, that's my fault. I'm glad it's happened. I've been waiting to see what Poch does if he back, because I'm just a fan of him. Like I think he is that good of a manager. And if he failed, I'd be like, right, I was wrong. If he succeeds, which I expect him to, I'd be like, yeah, I was right on that. So it's going to be interesting to see how PSG line up. How we get we get to see fully what his philosophy is, because now he's bringing his players in and putting his stamp on things. So we get to see you're not with one hand, you're not fighting with one hand tied behind your back now. We get to see your philosophy. We get to see exactly what you want to do, and that's what I'm interested to see. And it makes the Champions League more interesting as well. So it's kind of like that's how I'm looking at it. Where else we at? Flawless would be a PSG fan. Nah, I'll just be watching. You get what I'm saying? I got agendas to run. That's all.
I think they're in pot 2 as well for the Champions League.
It's fine.
Might be in pot 2. They're in pot 2.
Yeah, the pot 1 is mad. Like,
exactly.
Pot 2 is actually stronger.
Pot 2
that's crazy.
Is ridiculous. The amount of teams are in there, man. It's ridiculous. PSG are in that one, so we could easily get them.
It's all mad. What I was going to say before we close out, because we are going to do the basketball stream in 15 minutes, people, to wear no stop over here. Nipping us. Question for the panel. Who would you take out your respective clubs from Italy's team? I'll go first on this one. I would have took Donnarumma because he's gone PSG. Would I take any of the centre backs or the fullbacks? Nah. Jorginho, yes. Verratti, yes. Nah, we got Tellers and shot. So I wouldn't be pretty. That's not a shot at them. I was thinking Jorginho and Verratti, yes. I would take both of them in a heartbeat. Any of the strikers, no. So probably just the goalkeeper.
Maybe Chiesa would be good for a right wing position, to be fair.
Yeah, we got hella wingers, fam. You know what I'm saying? We got many.
Yeah,
wingers.
I forgot you guys got Sancho. I forgot about that.
We got Sancho. You got Greenwood can play out there. Diallo, Palestri's coming, but that Rashford can play out there. That's just the right hand side. Dan James. Well, not Dan James, but you get my point. You know what I'm saying? You understand my point and where I'm going with
this. For Chelsea, I'd probably take.
Go on. Who would you take? Go on.
I want to take any of the. Actually, they're good for mentality, but we already got Silva, so we don't really need any other big centre backs. And then I'd probably take Locatelli. I think he'd be a solid DM option. And yeah, maybe Chiesa as well. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. We got a lot of wingers, so I'm not too
What are you saying? Who would you take from the Italy team? Like from your team?
Either Bonucci, because I think just adding to that back line plus going to a 2 at the back is made easier. Or 4 at the back, I should say. Locatelli, like Ryan said, and then Chiesa, because coming in off that right, we've not really got anyone at Chelsea off the right apart from Ziyech. So yeah, probably him. And with how good he's been, makes a lot of sense.
I hear that. Winner circle.
Before his injury, I would have taken Spinazzola because we're in need of cover either side, and I would take Locatelli. Not because of his 2 goals, because I've seen him play before. So it's maybe some other people I've actually seen him play. No, that thing. I think. Yeah, obviously, everyone would say Verratti, but
I don't think there's many teams. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Same to you, Eleanor. Who would you take from that Italy side for your club?
I'm taking Jorginho and I'm taking both. I'm taking centre backs. I'm taking Verratti. I'm taking Jorginho.
Let's face it.
I'm taking Donnarumma.
She thinks it's one of them YouTube channels. YouTube challenges and that.
Yo, what's up, people? Are you man doing?
Yes. What are you saying, fam?
I'm taking everyone.
Oh my
With your wave self, what's good?
I'm look what I got here. You know, Wagwan flawless. Wagwan.
Yes, what you saying, man? Yeah, man. Man done every time. You already know, man. You already know.
Oh my god.
What you saying? Thoughts on the final, quick. He's gone. He's gone.
Oh, he's back.
Yes. Let's look at the Jubilee line, innit?
Yeah, fucking hell, man. It's a bit jarring right now, fam, but here we are. Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh shit, there's my like Prime. Yes, Prime. What are you telling me? You good? You blessed? Oh, you can't hear me. You did? Yeah, you did. Tell him I said yeah, he did.
What was dedication on that coming on Flawless to stream on the train and that, man. On the G.
But yo, we can't even hear you from. All right, let's remove.
Home for the NBA stream.
Yeah, he is, isn't it? But yes, before we continue, yes, the NBA stream, we will be going live at 1 a.m. people. Bucks versus Suns, game 3. Obviously, the Bucks 2-0. No, the Suns, 2-0 up. Suns 2-0 up. So the Bucks really need to win. It's Timo back. Yo.
Yeah. He said. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got like a couple minutes left before I enter the bell, but he said he did call the Italy to win.
And tell him I said
Euros. He did.
Tell him I said he did. Tell him I said he did. Can you hear me? Tell him I said that.
Yeah, he did.
Tell him I said he did that.
Yeah, he said he did. Yeah, he did. He said that. Yeah, he did.
I said I give him props. Yeah, he did.
He said he did. He said he did.
Yeah, I called. Yeah, you did. You called it, fam. 100%.
He did.
They can't hear him. Yeah, Timo.
He said he did.
Yeah. Timo was way.
Don't go too far up your nose, mate. I don't know.
Yeah, this is Sarcasm City TV, people. It's all mad over here. Q&As, all that stuff. But yeah, 1 a.m. people. 1 a.m. We will be starting in 10 minutes. It will be the Bucks Suns game 3. But obviously, we had to bring you the Q&A as well. But it came later because Italy and England decided just not to finish the game in 8 minutes.
You're flawless.
Talk to me.
And like Eleanor and that, when you asked her what Italy player she want, I thought it was that challenge and that. You know them challenger, like buy everything you want from the store and that, man. So imagine,
legit.
Can I get everything from your store? That
give me everything.
Can I get all of it? But can we just?
Why didn't you just say 9 players plus Son and Kane?
That's literally what I just said. That's literally what I just said.
Cool, yeah.
I just said, can I just have it all plus?
Bag up everything. Bag up everything. Just give me everything off the shelves, people. Everything you've got. We got to welcome this guy quickly before we end out the stream. My young OG Harris in the building. What are you telling me, family?
Bro, gang shit, my people. Guess what, though? Guess what, bro? Flawless, didn't I predict this shit, bro? Didn't I predict it? You might as well call me the Oracle, bro. You know what I'm trying to say?
You predicted Italy winning with a favorable draw. Okay, if you want to
listen, bro, Flawless, you can run this agenda. You can run
How's it an agenda? How's it an agenda? Tell me who they beat, who's the A-level team.
Belgium. They're ranked number 1.
Wait, Belgium at... No. Forget ranked. Belgium at A-level team.
Yeah, I could say that.
Okay, so without Hazard, they're an A-level team.
You can still argue that, yeah.
So, no, you can't, fam. With a half-fit De Bruyne with ligaments.
Listen to me.
Just say they had a favorable draw, fam. Why do people can't take this? They had a favorable draw, fam.
Okay, but
Belgium at A-level team.
Guess what though? You can also say the same for England though.
And I would agree with that. I wouldn't deny it. England had a favorable draw too. They beat England in the final. You know what I'm saying? That's a favorable draw. You played Southgate in the final. Yeah,
listen, bro. But I just want to say in it, yeah, man's obviously gassed. No trophy to England. You know what I'm trying to say. Listen, bro, I'm sorry, innit, but I was been running this, bro. If England won, this is probably one of the worst things to ever happen to me in football, bro, and football in general, bro. Because these pundits would actually think that they know shit because their countries won. And, bro, shout out for a second thing, bro. Shout out to Saka, Sancho, Sterling, Rashford and anyone else who I've missed because...
Look at this guy, yo.
Bro, Jorginho from Ballon d'Or, I'm there,
bro. You broke up, oh, go on. You broke up. You froze for a sec. You're back now. Yeah. You're back.
Yeah, I'm back. No. I was going to say, bro, because you see a lot of people today, bro. A lot of people are going to get at these brothers, yeah? But these brothers these brothers done some real shit. You know what I'm trying to say? They had the balls to go up there and take a penalty. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. You can blame Southgate and it, yeah, but don't hate them lot, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? They're 20, 21, 22. You know what I'm trying to say? We were in lead of that game. Yeah. It's not their fault that they conceded the goal, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? And to all those people who are out there beating people up on the streets, you know what I'm trying to say? Trying to do all this fuckeries, bro. Like, literally, you man can fuck off, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? It's a game of football. Me and Flawless say, Flawless says this all the time. It's football. No one should be beefing over football at the end of the day. No one, bro. Listen, bro. It hurts me, bro. I've been seeing videos of people getting beaten up. You know, over a game, over a football
I hope it was. You know what? As much as I don't want to see people get beaten up, because I did see people say them videos were like happening, but I hope it was beforehand. You get what I'm saying? And I hope,
but even if it happens beforehand,
they shouldn't happen. But it makes it worse if it's afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like England fans shouldn't be. Why England fans beefing England fans? That makes no sense to me.
Bro, I saw a tweet saying I almost got stabbed, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, like okay, and shit like that, bro. That shit makes me sad, bro, because it's like fam.
100%.
You know what it is? Ethnic minorities are helping this country, and people don't respect that. Some people don't want to respect that. Sterling, Rashford, Sancho, say if they all scored them penalties today, yeah, everyone will be praising them. You see how, like, I'm gonna tell you this, innit? Yeah, people are there for your successes. They'll claim your successes, but they'll never claim you when you lose. You know what I'm trying to say, Flawless, bro? It's like when I was seeing, I was seeing the tweets like, oh my gosh, if England win the final, like racism will be over, like everyone will be united. Why does it take us to win a final to be united? You know what I'm trying to say as a nation, bro? Because people.
Let me just get to this comment by Saeed before we close out. I'm gonna let you hold that thought though, Harris. He says it's coming home in 2022. We go again, but we need to develop technically better players, not just run it. The thing is though, Saeed, we have the technically better players. The managers just refuse to use them. Grealish is there.
Exactly.
Sancho is there. Foden is there. You have the players there. Bellingham is there. You get me? There's multiple players there for that. So it's like you could utilize that if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't. But
no, you know why? You know why though? Because he's a pagan at the end of the day, bro. You had all that attacking talent on the bench, and you tried to go the coward route, bro. This is, everyone's praising this manager, This manager is the reason why England lost today, in my opinion, bro. This 100%. Manager is genuinely a coward, bruv. You know what I'm trying to say,
Yes,
if anything,
100%.
Bruv, listen, what I'm sorry, innit, I'm sorry to make it all political, but it pisses me off from what I've seen today. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? Like, bro, I want people to send love to all these, man. You know what? Send love to everyone, bro. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? Because I'm seeing people put hate on their comment section. Shout out Young City, bruv. You know what I'm saying, bruv. But but listen, I want people to spread love to them, like love, positivity, because I'm not here for this shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Too much fuckery is going on in the country because of a football loss. Football, I'm sorry, innit, but let's be real, innit, There's more to life than football. And if you're out here trying to like hurt people, injure people, like ruin their well-being, like people talk about all this, like people talk about being like living as a community and a nation. Show it, bro. In this time that we've lost, we should all be helping each other out. You know what I'm trying to say? Helping each other get everyone through these hard times. By the way, I don't support England, innit? Just to let you people know, innit? But I'm saying for those who do, innit? I could never support England. I'm sorry, but I just can't, innit? Not after the shit I see all the time, innit? But, bruv, shout out to Italy, though, innit?
Hey, Saeed, you preaching to the choir, man. He says, Southgate was stubborn. I go on at Man United. I can never get arrested. Hey, fam, are you preaching to the choir, man? I understand.
Bro, you know, it's like...
I get it.
Bro, and like... What's his name? Southgate, He doesn't want to play Grealish. He doesn't want to play Sancho. So, and then we should at least expect for like some of the big names, some of the fair players, some of the creative players to come on around 60, 70 minutes, bro. Yeah. And he brings them on for penalties. Like, bro, you know what it's like, bro? It's like you sell something to your friend and you expect the money back, and then he doesn't bring it by a week. It's like, it's a matching, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Before we close out, Jan, because we're going to close out the show, thoughts on the final, quickly. Unless you want to hold down the Q&A in it, because I got to go do the basketball stream. It's up to you. We'll go.
Well, what time does the basketball start? Is it 2 a.m.? 1?
It's 1, fam.
Bloody hell, man. Oh,
yeah, where you at, man? You're moving like Southgate, fam, but we move. Go on, Jan.
Oh, no, don't ever compare me to that, brother.
Man, not Harrisgate, bro. Man, not Harrisgate.
No, we're not trying to see this, bro.
When the Turtles the only guy to be on my way back in these streams, I swear. Oh my god, that's mad funny. I'm so mad I didn't think of that.
No, listen, man's not trying to hear this. We're not trying to hear this. I'm not trying to be compared to that pagan, bro. Never that.
Yeah, I know how much you dislike him as well. Oh my god. Oh, that's
Bob, you know what? It was actually
sorry, one sec, let Jan go. Go on, Jan. Say what you're gonna say before we close out the stream.
No, I was just gonna say I thought England started well. Don't think they were particularly that great today. I think the only players that were good were Pickford was good. I thought Phillips was solid. I didn't think anyone else was particularly great. I didn't think Harry Kane fully stepped up for his penalty. It wasn't great. Sterling was quieter than he has been. I have to say. But I think it was a bit dead all over. To be fair to Sterling, if you look at the lineup, apart from him and Harry Kane, everyone else is either a defender or defensive minded, because Mason Mount is defensive minded. So there wasn't really anyone trying to get the ball to him and Kane. That's one thing I will say. But it wasn't great. I think Rice was doing a lot of the dirty work. So I'm not quite sure why he came off. I know he was knackered, but I'm not quite sure why he came off. England looked a bit weaker after that. I just think it comes down to one had a fantastic manager in Roberto Mancini. You know, I love him. That's why I predicted they get to the final in the first place. But yeah, I think he was a great manager. He made subs when he needed to make subs. Southgate was sat there chilling, doing fuck all when it needed changes.
Bro, he's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
that's your man, Harris, man.
It was poor.
Oh my God.
I'm pissed off with penalties because I think Sterling. I personally think, and I know Sterling has a lot of pressure on his shoulders, so I get his decision to maybe not take it. But I think as an experienced player, you should step up. And I think if he made that decision, I think it was the wrong one. I think Grealish
Southgate made it though. Southgate came out after.
You know why? Southgate's a pussy, bro. Like, why are we surprised?
Because the thing is, whether he made it or not, he's going to protect his players. So he is going to say that he did, whether he did or not. If he did make it, I think it's an awful decision to put the pressure of winning or losing a final on a 19-year-old. I never agree with it. You know my thoughts every time I see it. I've seen it happen before with, I think Foden was responsible for the last penalty in a shootout. And that really pissed me off. He scored it and we won, but I don't like stuff like that. Do not put the pressure on a kid. You know what I mean? Him being a black kid as well, with the way England fans are, I'm just not so sure. Give it someone like Grealish. Grealish, people would have got over it in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I just think, I don't know, man. I think I don't like that. You know, Sancho and I think Rashford's penalty was poor because he didn't even get it on target.
It was awful.
That was awful, man.
It's just, like I say, what do I always say when we're on streams? The team that missed the first penalty, 9 times out of 10 win the shootout. So the minute they missed, I was like, yeah, they've won. But yeah, I thought it was pretty poor from England in that shootout anyway. I don't think anyone... Obviously, Pickford did all right. He saved one. He was all right. But yeah, I don't think England was great. I don't think they played great. So, you know, it is what it is. I think the better manager came home with the trophy. That's what I think.
Fair enough. Thank you for that. Nice. Go on, Harris. Last one before we close out.
Say something before I move on, yeah?
Yeah, cool.
All these people, because like on here, yeah, I'm constantly like, I don't claim to be an England fan. And the reason why I don't claim to be an England fan is because of the bullshit that's happened after the game. And I don't know how as someone who's not white, I'm expected to support England when the minute you've have shame, man. A black guy who carried you to the fucking final, practically put you in the final, and because some black guys miss penalties that are not even Sterling. Say it was Sterling. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. It's 2 players that you like. Everyone likes Sancho. Everyone likes Saka. This is not Sterling who a lot of people are kind of like, oh, I hate him, blah, blah, blah. This is 2 players that you claim to like, and they're getting racial abuse. It's completely... And the other one was feeding kids. Yeah, so you've got one that was feeding kids and 2 that you claim to like. And racially abusing them.
Imagine
man. I'm glad they lost based on the reaction. Honestly, I'm glad that
Mum was feeding the country, you know. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
I know. Feeding the country, you know. It's not like it was 1 or 2 kids.
You know what? I'm actually gutted for Raheem Sterling and the other boys, obviously. Like, because I actually think this group of players are a likable bunch. And I never claimed to support England, but I wanted them to win because I think the players, like the actual squad, are quite likable. And for that reason, I wanted them to win. But yeah, the fans don't deserve it, man. They don't deserve it. They deserve another 60 years of fuck off. That's what they deserve.
Exactly.
Not everyone. If you're a decent England fan, I'm not talking to you. But these fans in particular that I'm talking about, they deserve another 60 years of fuck off.
Bro, the thing is, I don't know, like, if you're being racist, you don't like all black people. So what? You don't like N'Golo Kante because he's black. So
no, they like him because he's quiet and
I like him, but I don't like you. You're one of the good ones. You're one of the good ones. You know
he's one of the good ones.
It's because when you're out. It's because when you're. The thing is, it's because when you're outspoken and that's what that is, right? Without turning this into a whole race thing, we know the obvious thing, the buzzwords in it. As soon as a black person is out, or he's aggressive, he's controversial, he's outspoken, attitude problem. It's all of that time. As soon as you have an opinion, and we see it in the YouTube space. See what I'm saying in that. You see it in the YouTube space all the time. Some of my closest dons get that. You know what I'm saying? He's controversial. Why? Because he has an opinion. Why is he controversial? You know what I'm saying?
Fuck him, man. You know what though?
Go on, Harris.
You know what though?
Go on, Land.
Yeah. This is one thing. You know what Jan was saying, isn't it? It's like, why can't these England fans understand? Bro, Jan, it's too logical for them. You know, their thought process isn't like that. Their thought process is, let me get drunk. Bro, you know what actually makes me sad, bro? Like, I was seeing, like helplines for domestic abuse and stuff. That should never happen over a football match as well, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? Bro, these men are finished. Honestly, finished. Over a football match, domestic abuse and racism, yeah? And this is what England fans have come to. Not all of them, but you know which ones I'm talking about, innit? Yeah? Bro, that breaks my heart when I hear shit like that. Because it's like, bro, people have to go through fuckeries for football. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's not deserved at the end of the day, bro. Like, to all those like people who have gone through shit over football matches, bro, like, shout out to you, man, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Respect to you, man, innit? Because, like, honestly, like it just pisses me off. Like, when I hear this shit, when I hear, like, bro, I saw a video of someone getting beaten up today, bro. That made me sad, bro. Like, honestly, that ruined my whole day. I wanted to celebrate Italy winning, man. I actually did. And I was like, nah, man, I can't celebrate, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's like, my respect goes to these people because, like, you know what it is, It's like, if that was us, man, like, bro, I pray none of us ever have to go through the shit that some people do in it. You know what I'm trying to say? Some of us, man, some people are out there. If you're out late at night, bro, be safe in it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, protect all, like, but just protect everyone, bro. Because it's like, people are on a madness over a football match. Tell me, like, Flawless, tell me why they do it over a football match, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, why are they?
Because it's an excuse, fam. That's what it is. It's an excuse.
Bro, you see, the thing is, people pick and choose when to do it, bro. People pick and choose. If Kante is winning new Champions Leagues, or I don't know, Thierry Henry was winning new Premier League, you're not gonna say he's racist. But as soon as Raheem Sterling misses a sitter, it's like, well, you racially abuse him, and then it's like, well, why would you racially abuse Kante? Why would you racially abuse Thierry Henry? We're doing good things for your club. And it's like, well, you're one of the good ones, so why are you racially abusing them in the first place then? So clearly,
bro, that's the thing, man.
Racially abuse all of them, or you're gonna racially abuse the ones that you feel like you can. Like, you know what I mean?
But you know what it is? To them man who are frustrated, just flipping, I don't know, man. If you're frustrated in it, I'll get frustrated over games. I'll just vent about it to Flawless, and that's about it. But you don't need to get flipping. You don't need to get all emotional. Like, and bro, because these men are cowards, bro. All these men are pussies. Like, literally all of them, bro. Like, just doing this fuck, like, on these fuckeries, bro. Because you know what it is, like, at the end of the day, as a nation, like, we should be, like, united. But we're actually not, bro. We're not actually. Because people are out here doing this, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Some awareness, even more awareness needs to be done. But it's like, bro, I don't know what to say. But second of all, to all the man who were telling me about Harry flipping Maguire in it, my agenda still stands. Man came into the tournament trophy list, and he left the tournament trophy list. You know what I'm trying to say?
How you gonna end on that? Innit? You just left a truthful message and then went just back to your absolute. You get me? It's not even a trash agenda. It's just a ridiculous. Where you're Harris, man. You just Harris it. I don't even know how to respond to
level one and got a shape up.
Harris is no flip flopper, man. Harris is no.
That is true. He is no fighters.
I do like it.
Yeah, I respect it still. I don't know how you managed to wiggle that in there, but if England had that creativity that you just had, they probably would have won the Euros. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how you
know what? If Southgate was as brave as you, we would have won tonight, man.
Yeah,
bro, literally, no.
Eleanor, I know you got a dip. I'll catch up with you soon, yeah? Love to Eleanor. Go rest. I know your voice is gone. You wave. Love every time.
Is that ages ago?
That's Timo. That's now. That's Timo says, I thought you don't want to start NBA. We're heading over there right now. You know what I'm saying? Timo on my case. See how people are on my case. See how I get treated on my own channel.
He's got home before I
get no compliments. You know what I'm saying? You get me? I get shit. You know what I'm saying? This is how I get treated on my channel. I get trolled. I get told to shut up. All types of shit. And this is supposed to be home, and I just get abused. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Verbal abuse. And I'm nothing but nice, but I get called a troll. I'm inflammatory, all this like type of nonsense. But we move. Love to Timo dropping the super chat. Yes, we are starting the NBA stream straight after this one. So literally, everybody make
a quick question before we go.
Yes, darling.
Is Harry Kane a trophy dodger? That's the way you managed to wiggle that in. Yes, we'll have that discussion.
Yeah, I'm saying
every
you
time
stop me.
Chelsea comes near him, it just doesn't like.
It's mad. But love to everyone who has tuned in. Make sure you hit the like button. We're literally going over for the Bucks Suns Game 3 NBA. So head over to that stream right now because we're ending this one. But love to everyone who has tuned in. Big up each and every one of you. This has been and the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. You get them every Sunday, every Wednesday. Next week Sunday is the free K party as well, people. That's next week Sunday. But please head over to the stream now. Yes, it's It's love to everyone who's locked in. Then. Yeah, man. Everyone who's big up to everyone who's locked in. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for